That's the great thing about being vegan. You don't need a personality when you're vegan. Chick goes, what do you like? Well, I like protecting animals and I like eating ethically. Oh, totally. And she's like, wow, really? What else? I was like, well, I was thinking later we would go and I'd make you some quinoa, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Shiny motherfucking D, coming at you from Tulum, Mexico on this very rainy Saturday. It's that time, folks. Summer's changing. Every season, a move, and it's getting to hurricane season, folks. Hurricane season, and I'm on a motorcycle. Shit's getting hectic in Tulum, Mexico. The one time I've been shaken down properly by the cops here, I've just gotten my tooth pulled out, and I was just in this pit of despair, and the roads were entirely filled with water as I was on my motorcycle, and they caught me slipping. But I'll tell you what, the Mexican police did not catch me slipping the other day. No, they did not. So, we're on a code orange right now. What that means is literally nothing changes, but they deploy more military. So it's not uncommon to see the fucking National Guard and to see military Humvees at night, people just decked up with guns, just wanting to steal all your fucking money. I went to the beach just to enjoy myself. Have a nice meditation, if you will. I did a little bit of juggling. I go to leave, and all of a sudden there's the National Guard, there's the police, and there's the fucking Mexican military, and they go past me and I go, I'm just gonna let them go by me before I jump on my motorcycle. 1, because it's uninsured. 2, because I'm baked. 3, because I still have a joint. You don't want to let them catch you slipping, folks. So I'm like, I'm just going to let them pass me. I'll take my time. But they don't pass me. Instead, they set up a fucking roadblock like 20 feet down from me. Now I'm just sitting there real baked. And the guy's starting to get closer to me. And boy, do I look suspicious. Just be cool, bro. That is my mantra that you can take home today. That is a mantra that's going to heal the world. Anytime you have a question with women, just be cool, bro. Anytime you don't know how to behave, anytime you don't know how to behave at a dinner party, just be cool, bro. Trying to get a new loan from the bank? Trying to put your house down as collateral so you can buy that new Shiba Inu coin? Just be cool, bro. So I was not just being cool, bro. I was like pacing, all stoned. I'm like, do I jump on my bike? Do I not jump on my bike? I have my helmet on. The guy's like 15 feet away and he keeps looking at me. He's going, oh, you look like you have a couple shekels there, albino. If you could afford sunscreen for that giant Norwegian schnozberry of yours, well, surely you could afford a little kickback to the old cartel policia, hey? Surely you could enjoy a little kickback to the old Mexicano policia, couldn't you there, gringo? And I'm like, shit, what should I do? Yo, so I fake a fucking phone call. I pretend, ring, pick up my phone, and I just start having this phone conversation. I'm imagining this girl I like right now called me, and I'm like, stop. So now I'm pacing about 15, 20 feet away from the roadblock, stoned as fuck, weed in my pocket, and I'm just pacing back. Oh, no, stop. Oh, are you down the road? I start pretending they're down the road, and I'm kind of looking at shit, and I'm like, oh, you want me to come? Oh, you want me to come that way? Okay. I don't even think they speak English, but it's just the energy I'm emitting, man. I'm trying to just be cool, bro, and heed my own declaration that's gonna heal the world. So then I start walking, I find this little path that goes into the beach, I go into the beach, I crotch the weed, bro, I get it right in my taint. Not on the nuts. They'll find it on the nuts. You gotta be a good little squirrel, and you gotta find your burrow, because winter is a-coming. And they're not taking me down, no. No, friends. So now I got the weed stash, and I'm like, okay, I have a better option now. Now, normally in Mexico, I'd always cruise around with 40 bucks, but I don't have 40 bucks. All I have is my 2 bank cards, and it's not uncommon for these motherfuckers to take you to an ATM and just deplete your bank account. That is something that happens in Mexico all the fucking time. It's the price we pay for freedom, baby, because freedom isn't motherfucking free. So then I jump on my bike while the one guy that was closest to me that was eyeing me up before is distracted. I jump on my bike and I spin around, look at my GPS, and I go, it looks like I can get through the ruins. Because the thing about Tulum beaches, one of the worst things about Tulum, are the roads are super fucking congested. There's usually only one way in, one way out. Fortunately, they opened another road, which is really beneficial because a lot of the time the cartels down here, they need to shoot people at the beach, and now they have an exit route, so they probably paid for that. So thank you for creating another way for me to get home, even though the streets of it literally were paved in the blood But that's okay as long as I get home, okay? Means justify the ends, friends. So I rip this way thinking I can get through the ruin site. And I start cruising and I'm kind of like in the ruin site like a little bit. Not fully, I'm not fully through the gate, but I'm clearly somewhere where no one should fucking be. There's no cars, there's motorcycles, so I go, oh fuck, I better get out of here before they really catch me. I rip around, so now I'm approaching that initial roadblock to get back out. I'm still high as fuck, I got my tunes blaring in my ears. As soon as I get up to the first guy, I'm going about 40, 50 kilometers an hour, 30, 40 miles an hour. As soon as I get up to the first guy, he immediately starts waving me down. You know what I do, folks? Of course I pulled over like a good... No, I didn't pull over, because it's not just about me pulling over this one time. If I pull over this one time, I gotta pull over every time. And this time, I'm not just pulling over. Next time, I have to get out of the vehicle, I touch my nose, it's about liberty. So it's about liberty. So he's trying to pull me over, he's trying to get me to stop, and I just, eyes on the prize, baby. I don't speed up, I don't slow down. I keep going. The second guy jumps in front of me. I'm a man on a mission. Straight as an arrow, folks. Next one, boom. My heart is just fucking pounding. I haven't sped up at all, man. Like, they almost like grab me at some point. But here's the thing. One thing you can count on about the police see you down here is they're a bunch of Coca-Cola drinking motherfuckers, okay? They really are, and I have one thing to say. I can relate to that song, a lot of it, you know? Because I'm coming straight from the underground as well. But it's not because I'm coming from the ghetto. I literally have to go under the ground because I'm like a fucking albino and it's that Mexican heat, baby. It's that Mexican heat, baby. So first off, I want to address something that happened in the last episode. Thank you everyone who watched that episode. I really appreciate it. A lot of good feedback. I think it was the greatest thing I've ever done. I think it was my Magnus fucking opus. I don't know what that means, but I have a feeling that's what it was. Which speaks volumes for my fucking legacy if that's one of the greatest things I've ever put on film. But that's besides the point. What I wanted to address was these giant goddamn turkey arms flapping around last time. I swear to God, guys, it's the fucking lighting in here. They make it so illuminescent and iridescent. I look like Hulk Hogan fucked the Thanksgiving turkey. This is not a good look for the vegans, folks. I'm already growing tits because I've gynecomastia from steroids, and now I've got these big fucking flappy turkey arms. Every time a vegan sees me, they get super excited. They're like, we got a jacked one on our team, fellas. And then they see the tits and the turkey arms. It's fucking confusing for them, because at the same time, I'm one of the best physical specimens they have in their roster on their team, and it is a team. A team that I'm a part of right now. Shout outs to that vegan pussy, it's the best. Oh, soy vagina is the best. That's the great thing about being vegan. You don't need a personality when you're vegan. Chick goes, what do you like? If she's vegan, this only works. If she likes meat, you're fucked. But if she's vegan, she's like, what do you like? I'm like, well, I like protecting animals and I like eating ethically. Oh, totally. And she's like, wow, really? What else? I was like, well, I was thinking later we would go and I'd make you some quinoa, you know? And they're like, wow. And their vaginas smell better because they don't have all that factory farm gunk going down. I'm gonna say it, they taste like mangoes, okay? The truth's out, those other carnivorous whores, their vaginas taste like dirty steak. Oh God, I miss steak. I do still miss steak, guys. I've been vegan for about 4 months. Tofurkey arms. That's what it is. I've done 1,000 dips since this video because I'm fucking vain. One time I was on a massive amount of steroids. Can't remember what it is. Let's say, here's my first cycle, guys. My first cycle, I did a heavy amount of Trenace, which is like the strongest shit. How did I know it was the strongest shit? Because the guy asked me, what do you want? And my 25-year-old self said, I want the strongest shit. And he said, this is the strongest shit. I said, that's the strongest shit? And he said, yes. And I said, I'll take 10. So I got some Trenace, and then I was taking T-ball, that John Jones shit. So I might have been on something like that. And every time you saw me, I looked 5 pounds bigger, and I played it off. I was like, it's creatine and whey powder, baby. But when I went off that shit, I started fucking shrinking down like a little deflated albino balloon. And my friend was like, yo, dude, what happened to your neck? Are you in a cutting cycle, bro? What happened to your neck? Fucking, I hit that buffet aggressively with something to prove. I was packing it down. Pre-vegan days, baby. Wrap it in bacon. Wrap it in bacon, ready to go. Speaking of bacon, great life hack. If you're ever at Whole Foods, go to the breakfast bar. You go to the breakfast bar, it costs a shitload because it's based on weight. You know what's not based on weight? Bacon, motherfuckers. Also, last podcast, I didn't show you guys the earwax. It was disgusting and it happened. I didn't show you, but I'm gonna acknowledge it, okay? Holy fuck, did my last podcast not... I was like, guys, I'm in crypto. I'm invested. We're doing it, baby. We're in the fucking bull run. We're in the money. I thought we were in the money, baby. I came late to the party again. I told you guys I always come late to the party. The only time I didn't come late to the party was when I was a part of a Bukake. Yes, friends, another story. I was part of a Bukake, yes. No, I wasn't the portrait, okay? Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you filthy animals? But I partook. So at one point in my life, I was a pickup artist. I was hanging out with another one of my fellow consorts, Mr. Matt Daddy. Shouts out. Hey, I wasn't one of those bad guys. I had hope. I wanted to help autistic people get their wife. I was a dreamer. I was a little angel amongst wolves. I didn't know it at the time, okay? But I was a pickup artist at the time. I had this friend named Matt Daddy. He had a really special girlfriend, okay? This beautiful 19-year-old little Japanese girl. And him being the amazing boyfriend he was, he didn't know what to do with her for her goodbye present. So he said, why not we indulge in this ancient Japanese culture and art that is Bukake. Now, for those of you guys that are privileged enough not to know what a Bukake is when multiple men stand around a beautiful goddess and bathe her with their divine life force. It's a lot of life force. It's collagenic. It's a very sacred, spiritual Japanese. That might have been cultural. Was me jacking off on a Japanese? Was me giving my beautiful Viking seed to a woman, a queen, a goddess, open to receive? Was that cultural appropriation? I don't think so, folks, because it came from the heart. So Matt Daddy wanted to do that. I'm into some fucking weird stuff, guys. I'm not into Bukake at all, okay? Not yet. I'm not into Bukake at all. I'll go on record saying that, Your Honor. But I wanted to try it. Because why do I do a lot of anything in my life? I didn't know I did it at the time, but now I know, guys, because I want to create cool content for you guys. And what would this video be if it didn't have a Bukake in it? It would be nothing. You watch these other videos on YouTube, are they bringing you the goods? Are they going from being shaken down by the Mexican motherfucking police to telling you a story about Bukake? Huh? Where else can you find content like that, folks? I was a fuck up for a large portion of my life. I didn't know why at the time, but now I have purpose, meaning, and fulfillment from the errors, mistakes, and traumas, and adventures of my fucking past because now I can deliver them to you guys. So enjoy. I fucked up so you don't have to. If you were ever wondering, I wonder what it would be like if I had a friend named Matt Daddy who was a pickup artist, because I'm a pickup artist as well at the same time, and if his girlfriend was going back to Japan at some point and they wanted to celebrate, I wonder what it would be like to bless her with my kingly seed. So I went to find out. We got there. Let me tell you something about the pickup artist community, guys. Not the brightest tools in the shed. Not the shiniest stars in the sky, okay? Not the brightest plankton in the sea. That last one was weird, but they are like plankton. Maybe more like bottom. Pickup artists are like bottom feeders. Most of them, some of them were good. I was good, I think. The pickup artist community, it's not the most wholesome group. So there's like, these are like 19-year-old little like bar rats, just like, oh yeah, and I'm just distinguished. I got a man bun, okay? I got fucking integrity. I came over on a longboard and Birkenstocks, high as shit on marijuana. I have principles. Ola smelling like patchouli sage. Smelling like patchouli. So I show up there and Matt's like, you guys, you want some Viagra? And I was like, I want all the Viagra. Give me it all. So I take 2, it's like liquid, and now my skin's going crazy. I get that like niacin flush, and now I'm like bright red, and I'm starting to sweat. It's really hot. So I'm just with all these pickup artists, I'm sweating, I'm bright red, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. I'm trying to get in the zone, right? But you don't want to get too much in the zone because it's just a bunch of dudes, you're not really into the dudes, right? So you want to get in the zone, but not too much in the zone. In the zone, but not too much. It's like an audition room. You're sitting there, everyone's kind of nervous, your palms are sweaty, you're like, okay, when it's my turn, I'm only gonna have a second to really make this count. Okay, so we get in there, and baby, I did not come late in that party. Boom, 0 to 60 like that, okay? Some of my ex-girlfriends may not have liked it, but it came in handy in this moment. Again, something throughout my life I never knew why I did it so quickly. But at that moment, when destiny calls you, you have to be willing and waiting to skeet, 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 motherfuckers. Skeet, 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 skeet. There's that cosmic turkey arms again. God, so self-conscious. I skeet skeeted. Because in a Bukake, if you're not first, let me assure you, you will be dead last. Write that down. Yeah. So I did a Bukake once. It wasn't really for me. I can see the allure. I'm not like anti-Bukake. I don't want the community, the sub-community I have on Reddit, because I have a large community on Reddit. I don't want the Bukake subreddit of the Shiny D Adventure Time series. I don't want them coming after me. So guys, I support a woman's right to choose Bukake on her face. I support that. I support a person's right to choose. I support that. I feel like I'm running for an election here. I'll tell you what I'm not running for an election in. Finance of cryptocurrency, because that whole story was explaining to you guys. I came late to the party again. I watched everybody make money, and then I wanted to get my slimy little paws on it, my beautiful king paws. Affirmations, motherfucker. Affirmations are like God. I don't know if they're real or if it works, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just in case. Hear that, Lord? I love you. I love the Lord. Guys, I think I was yelling about crypto. The markets are not looking great, folks. I'm not going to get into it too much. I don't know how many of you guys are into crypto. If you're into crypto, let me know. I can talk about it forever. I'm getting obsessed because I quit a bunch of habits, so you got to replace it with a new one. Nothing gives you that sweet, sweet dopamine. Like a little legal betting, let's be honest, it's usually educated betting. So as far as the market crashing right now, I think it's going to shoot back up. There's whales manipulating. There's really, really rich people. They're looking for an opportunity to buy in. These are desperate, desperate times, folks. And if you have crypto, all I can say to you right now is... That's all I can say to you right now, folks. You're moving on from it. Because a wise man once said, in order to really enjoy trading, you have to have a lot of fun in life. So what have I been doing to have fun? I've been going to cenotes. I've been going to cenote crystals. Cenote crystal is like 5 fucking minutes away from my house. So beautiful. And I've been going there in the morning with somebody very, very special. And she likes to swim naked. Which, I didn't know this. I've been freediving for a couple months. I don't really know shit about it. I just know I love to hold my breath under the water. It's like aqua-erotic asphyxiation. Somebody fucking Hollywood, it's time, baby. Agua erotic, because you're underwater and it's meditation with dire physical consequences. You're sitting there, you're like, What I didn't know is that a beautiful goddess breast scientifically can make you hold your breath for 50% long. It's crazy. I'll be right down in the middle, completely maxed out. Agua erotic on how long I can hold my fucking breath, and then I look up and this beautiful mermaid with her hair flowing, little goosebumps all over her perfect body, and then these just beautiful, perfect mermaid breasts. And in that moment, in my mind, all I can think is right there. That's the exact noise when I see the breast. It goes, yeah. Man, it's been so beautiful. I microdosed the other day. I felt like I could have held my breath down there for... What an ironic twist. Everyone would have... For anyone who would have bet on my death, they'd be like, ketamine, motorcycle, obviously. Freediving, something that's actually healthy to me, activating my mammalian dive reflex in my own form of personally psychic guided dialectic behavioral therapy. Look it up, it's like cognitive behavioral therapy. I didn't know that there's something in your brain called a mammalian dive reflex. We share it with whales, we share it with dolphins, we share it with a couple birds. We have it when we're babies, and then we have it when we're adults. And basically when water hits your nose or your mouth, the mammalian dive reflex, it starts. It cuts off all the blood from your extremities, pools them in your organs, releases red blood cells from your kidney, and it slows down your metabolic rate. We're dolphins, bro. We share part of our brain with dolphins. The saddest part about that is I can never eat tuna again for those sweet gains. I'd rather eat a person than a tuna at this point. I'm gonna say it. A fish is more lovable than most of you. I'm just kidding, I love you guys. I took a nice little microdose. Hadn't taken one in a while. I took a microdose. I went to the bottom of Cenote Crystal. I was grooving, man. When the sun would shine down, there was these fractals hitting all the moss and all the rocks, dude, in there. I'm like the little baby on the Nirvana album cover, but with a bigger piece, which is good for freediving. It's like a weight. I will go on record saying I have a small penis for a male stripper, which is pretty good still, okay? Can I be the first act? I could be the second too, but I do not want to go after DiCasso, Mr. Dick, Brent Rayford. I do not want to go after the Big Dick Bandit, okay? And the black guy in our troop, Say when you're doing comedy, man. Going after a good comic when you're doing comedy is like going after the black guy in our strip troupe. Do what you can with what you got. Expectations are high though. That's a joke in my stand-up. And I feel like a big, hey everybody, this guy's a what am I doing? I'm trying to come straight from source, fractal consciousness and deliver you guys the goods, and I'm rehearsing regurgitated canned material on here. Canned material, shout outs to the pickup back in the day. I was in a pickup artist documentary. It was called Action to Attraction. Thank God it never got released. Thank you, Lord, for my lack of success. Thank you, Lord, because the best is next. I'm trying to build a global brand. And being branded with the Pickup Artist Project probably isn't the best. It was cool though, man. I had just gotten into pickup. When I was younger in life, I was into pickup. When I was like 17, 18, I thought it was really cool. And then I kind of became a hippie and developed like a heart. And I was like, oh, women are people too. And then I was like, fuck, pickup's pretty gross, right? Because back in the day, they were doing something called inner game. It was all about negging. Like, hey, you smell good. You smell like my grandmother's potpourri. You're like, oh, you're super cute. You're like my sister. Ha ha ha. Like shit like that, right? I wasn't fucking into that. But then my circus bro, he showed me this other company that focused on inner game. Is about self-development. Basically, they take aspects of psychology and persuasion, attraction, charisma. They take all of that shit and then they spin it around and like, hey, if you learn how this stuff works, you can fuck women. I was gonna say, you can fuck bitches or make love to goddesses. Choose your own adventure. I make love to goddesses. If you don't, that's fine, but you are less than me. And we know that. That's why you're watching me and I'm not watching you. Let's be real about this. The sooner we establish firm boundaries, the sooner we could move on. So I was in this project called Action to Attraction, and they took two of us. It was me and this other guy named Tommy. He was a bit larger, Asian fellow. Not very good with girls. I was like, okay. Like I had a lot of aspects that could be good, but for whatever reason, I kind of lacked some inner confidence and stuff that could make me even better, right? So we had somebody starting right here and somebody starting right there. They got us coaches, like literally from the game. This guy named Zan Pirion was one of my coaches. This other guy from the game, Ross Jeffries, was there. He was another one of the coaches. Ross Jeffries hated it when I smoked weed and drove with one hand. He was like, oh, you're gonna crash. And I was like, shut up, Ross, live a little, god damn it. And so we went through these whole boot camps where we had like undercover people filming while I was trying to like talk to girls. We went skydiving. I had a stylist. It was a really fucking cool experience actually. I would walk up to girls. Like at the time I was chewing a lot of coca leaves, still am, but was at the time as well. I was also like drinking 4 Americano quad shots a day, and I was chewing kratom all throughout the day. So something like approaching women when you're not good at it, that's already like an anxiety building exercise, and then you jump on all these stimulants. Man, I wish I could see some of that raw footage. Because I was literally just going up to girls and I'm like, ah, just like running away and like, ah. One time I was at a fucking nightclub and I had like my sound gear under here, right? And in line I ran into somebody that goes to one of my gyms. And we start chatting, we're gaming a 2-set, one's like a 7, one's like an 8, We're gaming this 2-set, I'm doing like solid openers, I'm getting some real like IOIs from it and everything, And my friend says, you should see this guy's abs. And he just lifts up my shirt and I'm wearing a wire. I'm wearing a wire for the fucking documentary, and the girls are like, huh? Because they can't see the hidden cameras, right? And my friend looks at me, and he's like, he's like, he suffers from a bad heart. And we totally played it off. I walked away, took the wire off, went back up, got their number. Danced with girls from Colombia. It was a really, really fun time. I remember this one time I was walking through the street and I was like, you know what, fuck this game stuff. This is lame. I'm gonna go off script and just be a nice guy. I went, picked up a flower off the tree, went in and handed it to this girl, and I was like, oh, you're so beautiful. You're so lovely. I just wanted to give you this flower. And she goes, no, you did not talk to women in the street. I swear, she's just fucking screaming. She's going off on me. I was like, well, what do I do then? Because the sleazy pickup shit they're trying to teach me, you would say that's fucked up too. So which one is it? Do you want guys to fucking be shitty at women, or do you want them to go learn? Because when they go try to learn, it gets deemed as being like blah, blah, blah. That's the thing, society. That's what you've done with pickup. You've done the same fucking thing you've done with illegal drugs. You've done the same thing with the fucking drug trade that you've done with pickup. You pushed it underground, and because it went underground, weird mafioso types start to run it. They get out of weird sex cults, and it's a bunch of fucking dorky guys trying to use neuro-linguistic programming to trick women into having sex with them because they don't have a set of tools that was given to them by friends or family. They didn't have any role models. They didn't have any mentors. They didn't have anybody to show them how to be a man. You know what fucking showed them how to be a man? They would listen to these fucking radio songs. Babe, I'm nothing without you. And when you're gone, my skies or gray. Or they would see the fucking Wedding Singer where this girl's like, hey dude, I don't want to see you. You fucked up. Get away from me. I need space. And instead he's like, I'm going to make you happy whenever you're sad. Carry around when your arthritis is bad. All I want, I fucking love that. Is prove you. But that shit doesn't work. You know how I know it doesn't work? Because I had a crush with this girl and she was like, hey, I just want to be friends. And I was like, cool. And I interpret that as saying, I would really like you to come to my house at 3 a.m, gently throw pebbles, try to get my attention, and when I'm like, hey dude, it's 3 a.m, you run away in the rain and you have to fucking ride your bicycle home for 4 kilometers where you cry, but you still get to go home and jack off and think of her. Consolation prize, you get a participation trophy, that's how it works. So men, we don't have anywhere to learn these things, so then you have to go to like these underground things. So we need to quit demonizing shit like pickup artistry, because if we don't demonize it, then maybe we can have actual good support groups like men's circles, and men can learn how to be fucking men, and then men can just be cool, bro. Call back. Just being cool, it's not just about men, it's about everybody. Yeah, if the video looks weird, it's because I have to keep adjusting the ISO because I'm running off that natural light, baby. We're going, oh, natural. Yo, I got one more thing to talk about. We're going to wrap this podcast up soon because I'm going to be making you guys at least 2 of these a week, okay? I want to keep you updated with my life because there's some cool shit happening. Like, my comedy night's been fucking popping, baby. If you guys get a chance, I'll put a link up to this video I shared on Instagram because, boy, you always wonder when you start to throw a new show when a person is going to come around and just completely lose their fucking mind. You're like, what's he going to look like? What's the first? Because there's always somebody that's going to have a complete fucking mental breakdown on stage and just bomb beyond bombing. Here's the thing about bombing. If you've never bombed, guys, you can go up on stage and do bad. But if you don't make it painful to be in that room, you haven't really bombed. If you tell a shitty joke and you're just like, yeah, that sucked. People are like, he's self-aware, that's cool. It's when you start getting fucking weird. So I want to tell you about the weirdest fucking person that's come on stage down here and sending him love. God damn, am I sending this man love, but at the same time, we need to address how bizarre this is, and if this person ever sees it, maybe they can take something from it, okay? Maybe you can take something from this brother, okay? Not trying to be mean or anything, but we just gotta go over this so maybe no one else repeats something like this, and we can end the vicious trauma cycle. I don't want his fucking children having generational trauma that makes them go up on stage and fucking weirds everyone out as well, okay? And the trauma, and the violence, and the cycle. Amen. I want to end the generational trauma. So then this guy goes up on the show. Before he goes up, so this was his second time he's been up. He was up a couple weeks ago. We still talk about it. It's legendary. It's like lore around my open mic. You're like, were you there when the guy? And they're like, oh, the guy. So the first time he comes up on stage. He spends like 3 minutes just prepping the audience. He goes, okay, here's the thing. He's British, right? He goes, when I say something, you're going to laugh. That's how it works. in order for something to be funny, I need to first say it, and you need to first, and his energy is like very manic. You're like, huh, like, this guy had a face that would look at hung in a skin suit, okay? This guy had a deep freeze that might not have food in it, if you understand what I'm saying. So he's up there, already everyone's very uncomfortable because his energy is manic. It's like panic, it's in a frenzy, it's a fucking emotional roller coaster. It's an emotional tornado at this point. So something, and everyone's like, ha ha ha, and he's like, louder! And then he hits us with his first piece of material. He goes, when I was younger, I was raped. And he's expecting everyone to laugh, and everyone's like, crickets. Complete stillness. A hush falls over the crowd. And he goes, why aren't you laughing? You're making me feel bad about it. And everyone's like, ha, ha, ha. Dude, he proceeds to do this for a few more minutes, and I just let it happen. I let it happen, but I couldn't, like, it was just, my eyes were glued. I was like, where the fuck is this going? I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was in fight or flight. I was like, if he starts shooting, that's kind of expected at this point. It was so fucking wild. And the audience is so uncomfortable. I had to light them, but it took way too long because I was kind of like enjoying just how bizarre. It was like when you go past a fucking accident on the road. You know what I mean? You're driving by a really bad fucking accident. Somebody's like fucked up, their legs all like, and it's like, don't look, bro, that accident's real bad. And you slow down, you're just craning your fucking head, you're just staring. It was like that. I couldn't stop watching. I was hypnotized by how next level horrific it was. Not just in the things he said, but the things he said were horrific, but just in the way, the intensity, the way he made everyone just feel, the whole room was like heavy. It was like a fucking, I have had better vibes than a funeral. That was fucking insane. And it was like the second person on the mic that happened. So I'm the host. Shiny D's just a humble host. I just want the show to go well. So I go up there, I'm trying to, tell a couple ha-has and make a couple chuckles. I go up there and I'm just like, hey man, let's give it up for him. The first thing I did? I tried to hug him for an uncomfortably amount of time because I was just like, you poor soul. And he's like, you're making it worse. He was right. I was making it worse, but I didn't know what to do. Hugging is my fight or flight, okay? I was like, ah! It's like, I'm a fire dancer. I used to see a fire just like, ah! Just smother it with love, right? Smother it with love. It worked with my ex. That's why she's still here. We're gonna cut that part out. So you just smother it with love. And he's like, you're making it way worse. And I'm like, oh, God. And so I get on stage, and now I have to try to make it funny. I gotta fucking I gotta save this show, baby. I gotta save the show. So I'm just like, well, comedy can be an excellent tool for healing people. And trauma can turn into laughter. But in order for that to happen, you have to tell a joke. And the audience turns on me, they're like, ooh. I was like, I'm trying to make it better. I'm on your side. I didn't want him to yell at you about how he got raped as a child. I didn't want that either. Could I have lit him earlier? Absolutely. Did I? No. Was it probably my fault? Then yeah. So you're right to be mad. It was fucked up, man. It took me a while to win that audience back. And so that was just kind of like a folklore or a legend that happened. And then the other night, guess who shows back up? But he ain't gonna show up at the starting this time. He's gonna show up at the fucking end. He's gonna wait until everyone's performed. I had all my comics come there early. They all got their spots. We had the headliner. Everything was set. The fucking show ran so well. As I'm saying, thank you, folks. Good night. I hear this person. I don't have good eyesight, but I fucking hear this person like putting up his. And I was like, what do you want, dude? And he's like, and I was like, what the fuck does this guy want? I have a video. I'll put it up on YouTube. I'll put the link in the description as well. And he's trying to get my attention, right? So what does he want? He wants to go up? And everyone's like, yeah, he wants to go up. And I was like, oh, sorry, man. Here's the thing. And there's another one of my friends that came that wanted to come up too. And I already told him no. And I was like, sorry, dude. Here's the thing. We're going to cut the lineup early. Benny was the headliner. That gives respect to the people who come here early, but show up next week. Sign up. And the audience was kind of like, come on. Like, let him. And I was like, you guys want me to let him up? And everyone's like, yeah, let him up. I was like, all right, motherfuckers. Dude, he went up on stage, you see in the video, he's like hiding for the fucking camera, just being like spiritual God. I swear to God, if you're a middle-aged man and you're a healer in Tulum with very little hair, get the fuck away from that guy. 9 times out of 10, they're batshit wild, and boy are they active in the community. If you're from Tulum, you know what I'm saying. If you're not, thank God. He goes up there, he's hiding from it. He immediately making the crowd feel uncomfortable, not doing comedy, not respecting the stage in any way, and he goes, well, I'm going to do what I did last time, and I go, no, don't do it. He said, well, I'm going to do it. Don't do it. And then he goes, well, then I guess I'm done. And he puts his mic away, I was like, holy fuck. Like, what just happened? The next guy goes up there, and he's sitting like a fucking yogi. I know this guy, he's a nice guy, but he goes up at the end of the show, fucking sits cross-legged, starts telling, hey, how you doing? I went to a meditation retreat, and that's a joke. That's a joke. And then he's trying to sell his fucking program. Dude, let me tell you this, guys. When you come to Avocado Limon at 7:30 p.m., you better bring the heat, because that fucking comedy show's firing. And my buddy Mark Hughes, amazing comedian from Canada, super offensive. I can't wait to see how the Wooks down in Tulum handle this motherfucker, because he's going full QAnon when he's down here. I'm stoked for that. I'm going to throw a real comedy show down here. So I'm going to try to keep you guys updated on my life and what I'm doing here. I'm going to do 2 videos. This one's going to come out on Sunday. I'll do another one on Tuesday. I'm going to do those 2 minimum. I'm going to try to get a GoPro so I can do motorcycle videos. I can do cenote videos. I've been swimming in cenotes every week with mermaid titties. It's so beautiful. But it's Saturday night, folks, and I'm in here creating content because I love you guys so much. If you're in crypto, hodl, let me know if you like this video. Let me know if there's anything you want me to change. I love you guys so much. Let me know if there's any stories you want to hear. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to start pumping out these videos super often. I'm going to get better sound because this microphone's not even fucking working out, to be honest. The microphone in the cup, it's an illusion. Ha ha! Magician never shows his illusion unless he's playing 5D chess. You see how I did that? So, if you got this far, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that sweet, sweet notification button, share it with your friends, because a little comment goes a long way. I see a comment at the bottom, I see one of my friends watching my video. I fucking love it, man. It makes me smile. It makes me want to come up here and say shit that's going to make women never want to fuck me and make employers never want to hire me. But I don't give a shit, baby, because I'm trading on Forex and crypto, and I'm going to make it big. You heard it here, folks. It's fucking YouTube. It's going to be my success story. One day I'm going to be making videos going, this is how you make $1 million. And it all starts here, folks. Long live Liberland. God bless us, everyone. Thank you for watching. And just remember,